This is Hold My Stethoscope.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hold My Stethoscope. We took a little bit of a break, but we are back. I'm Felicia.
She
My God.
Brittney.
I'm your
And
girl
I'm
Brittany. I'm going through it. I'm not Felicia. I'm your girl Brittany, and I got my girl Felicia.
and we are back.
We are back. Clearly a little out of practice, but we're back.
Yes, we're back.
So, this episode, we are going to do our favorite part the whole episode. We are dropping our stethoscopes and we're just going to open up about our life. So, if you don't like the two of us, maybe you just tune out for this episode. But otherwise, well, we're both freaking
Healing.
awesome. You shouldn't because we're both awesome and you should
Yes.
hear our shenanigans that are happening in our personal lives. So, so the last episode we filmed was a couple weeks ago, and we just both needed a little reset, and life got super busy. So we didn't record for a couple weeks, but we're back. So the last time we were on, we were talking just about feeling exhausted and just the mental load and kind of everything, kind of just not feeling good or just not feeling normal. So
Just feeling exhaustion, not tired, sleepy, but just a combined overload of everything. Exhaustion. That's how I saw it.
So
Everything.
what's the update in these last couple weeks?
I took some time to reflect, and everybody knows, and I will always tell you, I have so much to be grateful for. I'm so blessed. And I don't take that for granted. So please don't misunderstand me. My overload of exhaustion, as I was saying last time, was just, I think, being on this adrenaline high with everything that was going on with my body. And now we are getting to that point where don't get me wrong, it's absolutely fabulous news. It is amazing. I couldn't ask for better, and this is what I wanted. But it was almost like an adrenaline drop. So the connections that I had with all the people, all the blessings, all those angels that God sent to me, definitely in my time of need, have done their due diligence, their job that God sent them to do. And then everybody goes back into what they would normally do. Everyday family, life, work, and that's the way that it is. But I felt this loss of connection, this feeling of sadness and alone. And I couldn't understand why I felt that way. And I felt weird about feeling that way. And it was not something I really wanted to share, but I felt like I needed to share. Somebody benefits from this. I was like, why do I feel this way? And it is honestly a legit feeling, um, and it happens. So it's sort of like when you dealt with something life threatening that you really didn't know what the outcome would be. You're on this high all the time because all the outside noise that you used to feel like this is getting on my nerves or this is bothering me or why was no longer noise that I could obtain. Like I just couldn't hear it because the focus was on getting better. So with the noise being gone and that focus, that's kind of where I was. And now things have quieted down and the noises start to come back. And I think that is where the exhaustion came from. But 2 weeks later, guys, and you know what? It did me some good just to take some time and just kind of reflect. I feel better because I realized that what I was feeling didn't need to be a loss. It really didn't. It needed for me to just continue to do those things without the attention being solely on what's going on with me, but yet I could still continue those connections, you know, um, and have that time with friends and everybody and not have to feel sad and alone because those same friends, all of you are still there for me. So I just had to have a little talk with myself and my good Lord above and say, you know what? Yes, you have a lot to be grateful for, and those things don't have to change. And I feel better today, and I think it reflects in my home, in my job, in life, and with my friends because I'm not putting off this energy of sadness because I don't want to be sad. I have so much to be happy about. And I think it's important to express that. But please, those whoever are out there hearing it and need to hear this, if you do feel sad, like I felt sad, it's okay. It really is. And I didn't think it was. I thought it was weird, but it's not. It's just life and having to now cope with now having that other noise back in there, but kinda eliminating that too and putting things more on a positive note. So that's kinda where I am today, and I feel really, really good about that. I feel more energetic and I don't know. So how about you, Brittany?
Well, it's kind of funny you're saying that. Like, your outside noises were gone for a little while because there was a hyper focus on something else. And then when that quieted down, those noises came back. That's a really like a deep thought. I like that though.
And it's
Yeah.
true though. You don't have to. So with dealing with everything, you all made sure I didn't have time to hear outside noise. It was I don't know if you all were keeping it away from me or because everybody's focus was on making sure that I got the best care. I just didn't hear the outside noises at all, and I have to tell you all, I'm gonna stop saying it's weird, but a time in my life when it was so meaningful was the best time of my life. Like, when I was dealing with everything, life was amazing for me. Like, I don't know, like, it just was. And life is still amazing, but it's just different, and it doesn't need to be different the way that I'm really like how I was saying 2 weeks ago, different. Different in the sense of we don't need to concentrate on the illness, but we can still take away that outside noise. Like the outside noises is what exhausts us. I'm sorry. It can really create exhaustion and I just didn't like that feeling. So I feel better and
Good.
I'm blocking out the noise. I'm trying. It's not always easy.
Yeah. Well, it's
So
kind of like that, I don't know. You were saying this and I was thinking of the Tim McGraw song, Live Like You're Dying. And it's, I feel like in a way you kind of, that sounds terrible, but you had that like, I'm going to live every day like it's, my last and
my
my,
the color.
a
Yes,
best life. And then like
yes.
you weirdly, I don't even know how to say this without probably saying it wrong, but then you like recover and it's like, I have to go back to normal life again. Like, yeah, yeah,
Brittany said perfect. Like that was the perfect way to describe it. I remember saying, what am I saving for retirement for?
yeah, yeah.
I need to live my best life. Now, don't get me wrong, people. You need to live your best life. Like, honestly, tomorrow's not promised to any of us. Yesterday's the past. So we do need to live our life to the fullest. But it's so interesting because now that I am in more of a recovery like stage,
Mhm.
I don't think about, girl, take out your like
Yeah.
those thoughts quickly vanish.
Yeah.
Yet I
Yeah.
still feel like I need to live. I want to make sure I'm living, but I already feel that not just me, like we've converted back just that quick to, let's just wait till we get this stuff paid off before. Whereas we weren't doing that. You know what I mean? During. It was sort of like, this is what we're gonna do. This is the way that it is.
That's it's
Living that
such
that
yeah, that's such a battle, right? Like, now I
it
feel like
is.
now that we're talking about it, I'm like, I can understand more and more because you get in that phase where you're just like, "Yeah, I'm living my best life," and then you have to come back to reality and you're just like, "No, I don't no, this sucks." Like, "This sucks, man."
Like, and it's so crazy, right? Because 'Cause you're like, "I don't wanna come back to this, but I don't wanna be sick, but I don't wanna come back. I don't wanna come back to this." Like, I must have floated in everybody's pool. I'm not kidding. Like, every time you turn around, I was somewhere. I was skating. I mean,
Oh,
I've done so much in such a short period of time. It hasn't even been a year, guys. Mother's Day weekend will be a year. Can you believe it? And I'm just telling you, like, I just think back on how blessed. I cannot emphasize, you know, even being in New York and receiving treatment there, my husband and I talk about this often, was probably one of the best times of our lives. It's so bizarre. Like, I'm there for radiation and treatment, but I think we must have gone everywhere in all 5 bureaus. We were all in Connecticut. We were, like, living our best lives. I'm not kidding. Like, saying, "Oh my god, I wanna do the Michael Jackson Thriller Parade. I wanna be in that." Like, that happens every year, October 31st for Halloween. I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wanna be able to do all these things, and I'm gonna do all these things." And that's exactly what I meant and how I felt during it. And then now it's sorta like,
you go back to reality.
go back to real.
Because, like, how do you find a balance between the 2? How do you find a balance
Great
between living
question,
your
and I
best
need to
life
know.
and being responsible adult? I don't know, because
That's
when
a
you're saying
really
that, like, I kind of feel like that was, like, in my travel nursing life days, like,
you were
I
living your
was
best life.
on a contract for 13 weeks, so I lived my best life, like, for 2, 3 years, like, that's what I
Exactly.
did, and then I came back to reality, and I'm like, "Okay, well, now I have all this debt, and now I have to,"
Now
like,
we
now
got
I have to go
that
back
and
to being a
whatever,
responsible
and that's
adult.
what we, right, and that's
Ugh.
exactly how it is. Like, I remember saying to my husband, "We're gonna sell this house, honey, and we're gonna live downtown, a condo or whatever, whatever. Like, we don't need any of this." Like, I mean, and we don't. I mean, I still feel that way, but nothing's been pursued. Like, it just all just goes silent again. Like, these were all the things you say, "I'm gonna do because I don't know if I'm gonna be around in a year." I mean, and still we don't. So why do we stop?
I feel like it's trying to find a balance because you can't just, it's hard
We
because 'cause I'm like, you can't live every day like it's your last because you have to
can't,
prepare for the future, but you don't know if you're gonna have a future. So, like, how do you balance that? If anybody knows,
and
please
that's
let us
true. That's actually a good question, Brittany, because I never expected that in the first place. Which, of course, always sits now in my head. It's
Mhm.
always scary every time I do any kind of testing because it's that fear of,
Right.
"My god, what else would they find?" You know? Then sometimes I wonder, so everything that happens to you isn't always for you.
Mhm.
And sometimes be for those around you for whatever the reason may be. It just depends on how people see things, whatever. And so a big part of me is like, could this be God's way of saying, I need you to just live life? Yeah, I'm going to get you through this, but
Yeah.
I don't want you like putting life on hold for this. Here's the bottom line: we will forever, and like everybody's going to be in debt. You can't take it with you. That's the bottom line. It just kind of gets whatever when you pass on, right? So, why do we not live our best life? But not always is it about spending money all the time either, because some of my best life was as simple as floating in everybody's pool. And I'm not kidding, like literally on a float in the pool. And I thought that was everything. Doing that, going skating. Like, I hadn't been skating in, I know, 10 plus years, and just getting back out there with people that I hadn't seen in many years that I'd worked with over the years. was amazing. Just everything, having a slumber party, like, that would have never happened, of course, we know, right? That never happened. Who's having a slumber party? And then it was, like, at my house, but it was a surprise. Like, I had no idea who was coming and anything about everything was taken care of. Like, just when I reflect back on everything that I actually experienced in this journey was just absolutely the best ever. And I'm telling you, I don't know if I've ever in life felt so free, felt like I was on top of the world. And that birthday party was everything. Do you hear me?
It's
Everything.
but it's so crazy to believe, like, if all of this feels like it was forever ago, but it wasn't even a year ago, like, it's wild.
It wasn't even a year ago. It does feel like I know what you mean. I feel that way too. It feels like it was a long time ago, but it wasn't. It's weird, but you know what I did realize is that I wasn't the only one feeling this way. Oh, some of the people in the circle with me actually didn't say they felt this way until I said I felt this way, and then they said, "My God, I thought it was just me." And I'm like, "You felt that way?" But I really do believe that it was almost like people took on what was going on with me, even though it wasn't happening in their body, they really did, like, take it on as if it was, and I do think that it really has exhausted many people, like, just coming down off of the high in that way, like, coming down from all of it. It's like, "Oh my god, what do we do with ourselves now?" That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's interesting,
it is.
interesting.
It's okay. I thought, yeah, it's been a
I
very
know,
interesting couple years. So, like,
but
yeah,
I do say I still believe in my heart everything happens for a reason, and
brilliant.
the journey that I am on, it's so hard sometimes to describe it, and the people that are in my life, God put them there,
100%.
and most of us did not ever see, even prior, that they would be in my life or I would be in theirs. I mean, you can honestly say you never would have. I saw you at work. I knew you was my educator, but
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Who knew? Who knew?
right? Nobody could have said, "Oh, you and Brittany gonna be like this." I would have been like, Probably not." Like Brittany was having a ball. I was like, "Probably not." I mean, I like her, but probably. Not. But who knew? Like that's what I'm saying. And then
This, yeah,
God bringing you into my life and the way it happened. I remember you dashing out of the office saying, "Oh, hurry up and I'm like, okay." It was so interesting. And then that right there was the beginning of us. Right there.
this amazing friendship that we like have
Yeah,
now. It
right.
is
Like
wild.
nobody would have I never I say Brittany came there for me. But you don't know why, but like God put her there. But you have to go through other people first to meet the person that you're really there for. No lie. Like you're gonna go through with other people, and then you're gonna meet that person that you're supposed to that is oftentimes never expected. Like seriously. And then look at the people that we've become like closer with in our group. You know what's interesting about it, and I thought about this, was when I started in the position was when you had decided, I think that all of us need to come together and clap. It is so weird, right?
The
You had never
timing,
like
it's all
it was
God's
weird.
timing. But that's what it is. It's all God's timing. Like,
You know,
we're just
every
living
bit of it.
over here, and He's the one like steering the ship. So
Staring the ship,
it,
honey.
I'm with
Yep.
you. It's all like it is just whatever is supposed to be will be, and God will put it there when it's supposed to be there. And so, yeah,
And
I think
remove
that's
those who are not supposed to be. no matter how hard
You try to
you
do.
are trying to keep them in your circle, God is like, "Mm-mm, I hear things you don't hear. I know things you don't know, and I'm going to remove this person out of your circle. They've done their time with you. Their seasons past." And that is something that I am always learning. 'Cause, you don't sometimes you're sometimes in shock with just kinda how people could be in your circle for, like, every day, all the time, for years, and suddenly no more.
Yeah.
And then you're, like, questioning, but you don't need to question, 'cause you don't God hears everything. God sees everything, you don't.
Yeah. I
So,
think that's it too,
learn.
because you question things, but, like, at the end of the day, like, we're not meant to question, we're just meant to say, "Okay, you know best, God, like,
Yep.
I
"Father,
trust
I'm
you."
back. I'm gonna listen to you."
Yeah. But it's crazy. I was gonna ask you, like, earlier offline, but have you gotten your test results back yet?
Not for the MRI. So, guys, I did an MRI on Thursday, but I was even told by the MRI tech that it's taken like a week. I'd actually heard 2 weeks prior to that. I keep looking with hopes that somebody will say, what, let me go ahead and read these results. But you know what? It's for some reason a really busy season right now in some hospitals. I mean, like, I don't know what's going on, but like, I was at one of the hospitals on Saturday. I just went by there, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me why it was so busy. It was really busy. And so I just think things are busy right now, and I'm just trying to be patient. But I
Yeah.
will tell you this, I have not had Creon in over a week, which is huge for me.
Like, at all?
I couldn't go at all. And that occurred because the pharmacy had to actually they didn't have it in and they needed to get it in. So that was just gonna be like a day. And I was very, very nervous. I was like I haven't been without this Creon. Like, you have to know that I don't go, let alone a day, like not a meal, not a snack, like every time I was popping Creon. So I was a little nervous when she said it. And she asked me, she said, "Well, do you want us to send it to another pharmacy?" And I was like, "No, I think I'll be okay till tomorrow." And then the next day, I received a text from the pharmacy saying that they still didn't get them in and that it was gonna be another day, and I'm like, "My God." So then next thing you know, it's 3 days, and I'm great, and then it's a week, and I picked it up when they came in. I still have them, but I have n
Wow.
so I am very, very happy with that because I have to be honest, was worried that that would be something I would be on for the rest of my life, and look at God.
When do you have your follow-up, like, with the oncology's teams?
Next month for MSK in New York. I will have a follow-up with them, and I see my oncologist here every 6 weeks anyway because we have to flush my port I go to the infusion center. I'd rather go there and just get it flushed or whatever, so I go every 6 weeks, but hopefully they will get these results in, and that will define more of what's going on with the vessels, with the tumor, but
Mhm.
I feel in my heart, like, "What tumor? Like, what tumor?"
Oh my
'Cause
god, I
I
can't wait.
honestly feel like me. I do. I feel like me again, and I'm, like, ready to just bust out and just I'm telling you guys, we need a big party. Like, when this stuff is finalized and everything, I want to rent a venue. I want a DJ. I want all out people dressed nice, and I just want us all to celebrate.
Okay, so this is really a side note, but you made me think about this. So we were, like, shopping the other day, and we were at, I don't know, TJ Maxx or Ross, one of those places, and I saw this gorgeous I was, like, obsessed with it, this gorgeous dress, but I was like,
Well,
when
Imma
am I gonna wear that? Like, I was like, "It's gorgeous," and you made just made me think, but I was like, "I coulda got that dress and worn it there."
telling you now
I know,
because
I gotta go back and see if they still have it.
oh, yeah, they don't keep things, so you have to run and get it back. Because 'cause I'm telling you, and I said this even after my birthday party, I was like, this that was an amazing celebration. I said, but guys, when this is all said and done with, we are celebrating. We are partying like I don't know what. It needs to be one big old shindig, and we're celebrating everybody because everybody plays such a significant role in this. And I'm not just saying it. Like just when I think back, the things that were done, you know, people were bringing food and sending things and just the love and support. I'm like, we are all celebrating this because it
I
was a
can't
lot on
wait.
all of us.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. I
So
can't
get
wait.
your dress,
I
Brittany.
know. I gotta go back and get her. Be like, I have an excuse to wear that now.
You gonna wear that dress. I'm telling you right now, you're wearing that dress. So it's gonna happen. I'm gonna start looking for a venue. I'm not kidding. I don't know if it'll be. I would like to do it maybe by my birthday. Let's see. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna want it, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I would feel like by August for sure.
Yes. It
Yeah.
needs so it when I get these results from this MRI, we'll s- you and I will figure out a plan
We are going
for
to.
a good
I
day.
love party planning.
Yeah,
Let's do it,
I
girl.
know.
I can't wait.
Get your dress. Don't wait, cause that thing will be
Oh,
gone by
good.
the
You
weekend.
know what? Also, I'm just thinking about this now too. I was like, my mom's gonna come meet you in person too. Mama Bear, when it's coming,
Mama,
you'll
I
get to come down and see it.
can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I love this. I love it.
I absolutely love it. It's gonna happen. Like we are still living. It's
Wow.
gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when it's gonna happen. Just gotta figure out
Everybody,
when.
whoever listening, because all are invited, get your dress or your pants or your whatever. But we're gonna be dressed to the nines when we come. It's gonna be like a Met Gala. Be ready.
Ooh, I love it.
Be ready. Like a Met Gala. Ooh, Brittany, we gotta think of a theme.
I love it. Oh my god, it's gonna be so fun. I literally can't.
Okay.
And now I can't wait. See, you give me something to look forward to too.
God, like I want everybody to know. I'm telling you, everybody's invited.
I
If
love
you
it.
listening or you listen to us, you're invited.
Yeah, come
Tell
hang
your
out with
friend,
us.
we're partying. We
So
are going
excited.
to celebrate. Okay, guys, to the utmost, to the fullest. We're gonna have a blast. So get ready, learn your line dances, learn whatever it is you need to learn. But we're partying.
That's
Get
exciting.
ready.
I'm so
It's gonna
excited.
be
That's gonna be
picture
great.
taking and everything.
Ooh, little photo booth. Ooh,
Yes.
we got
I'm
this, girl.
excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited for us. I am.
I'm
It's all
excited
about
for
parties.
you, but yes,
I
for
know.
all of us too. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm excited to get your results though and see them.
These are the things that are uplifting. Gives us something to look forward to. I just didn't feel that way 2 weeks ago, and I'm so glad to have gotten out of that funk. Don't get me wrong. There are days I still be like, but then I come back around. I really, really do. And that's my goal is, you know what, building on it and just not feeling that sadness and being like, girl, you wanna go get a cup of coffee or you wanna go to TJ Maxx, Brittany? Or that's our thing. That's our thing. So I'm just saying, floating in the pool with this person, going out with this person, going to dinner with whatever. Guys, let's continue to do it. We don't need to stop these things just because your girl over here is the her.
Yeah, we gotta. I know. Speaking of that, I was like, we need to plan our next little like dinner
We
thing.
do. We do. And we
Yeah.
do. I think we've been doing pretty good. We were
Yeah.
doing think about it. We were doing those even during and those are the things that we need
Yeah.
to continue to do. Because I think we all need that. We do. We need
Yeah.
time and just, to be able to chit chat and talk with one another and sometimes vent and, kiki and whatever. And
Well, yeah.
that's
I was telling her too. I was like, I was like, you talked about it a couple weeks ago, and then I was like, last week I was feeling it too, and like our other friends, reach
Oh,
out about
right.
different things and like, everybody kind of goes through things at different points. And it's just important to be there for each other because
It is.
it doesn't matter
You
who
just
you are.
have to be
Somebody's going through something.
always.
Right.
So just knowing that you have friends to be like, look, guys, I'm feeling sad. Like, I don't know why I feel this way. Help, like in some way or whatever. Sometimes it just helps to just talk about like what you're feeling
I
and get it out,
feel
you
like
know?
90% of problems are like just talking about it, just getting it off your chest,
That's
like,
what it
makes
is.
people feel better. It's like, "Oh, I don't have to hold this weight myself." Like, I could just, like, spill it out, and then it's just like you're just like, "Okay, I can breathe again."
You know why? Because what happens is when you're already feeling overwhelmed or sad about things, things pile on that really aren't any different than what they've been, but you exacerbate, like you make it huge because you're just stressed out, like, or you're just, exhausted as I was, and you will have to remind me of these things, Brittany, when I come back and say again, I just haven't been feeling. You know what I mean? Like you need those reminders. It's okay.
Girl, we all take turns.
We really do. We do. It's so funny. We do. We do all take turns. It's so
It's
funny.
true. You're like, "This person's down this week, this person's down this week."
We go to the yeah. It's like a trickle.
It is. It is. We like to take turns in our little group, just, having mental breakdowns every other week, so it's fine. But we all rally. We're all good at the end of the day. It's just,
It's true. It is so true. But it does make you feel better about everything pretty much in life. Things that you really just couldn't see being any better. It's like you don't even need to stress about it when you're feeling good. It's just you, yeah, like you're like, no, okay, that's fine. Whatever. You know? And I like that. I like it when I'm that girl. I don't wanna be. I wanna be,
same.
because honestly, nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, same.
So,
I got
yeah.
you, girl. I feel like I actually do that a lot, but there are definitely times where it gets to me too, and I'm just like,
No, yeah, we're pretty good about
for the most part, yeah. I feel like I have a very laid back personality in general.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's
just
just
go with
with
the
her
flow. It is what it is.
55,000 jobs. Like, I'm like, I don't know how this girl is doing this. Why come she's not tired? I'm exhausted. Why is she not tired? I'm tired. I'm tired, and I don't even have 2, and she's got, like
Well, so okay, so that's a good segment because, like, whenever we filmed our last pod, guys, like, I was like, "Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah," like, I had the energy, and you were just like, "I'm down," and then I feel like it flipped
and
because,
now
like,
you're
last week, I was just like,
"Well, what
"I
can I
can't
do
do this."
now?" You
I'm
should
like,
have saw
"I'm overwhelmed. It's too much. I don't know what's going on right now," and it
I'm
was just like,
surprised you haven't been overwhelmed. I don't understand. Like, I'm overwhelmed for it. I'm like, "How is she keeping up with all?"
yeah, it is because I just feel like for the most part, like, I just try is the optimal word to keep things like sorta segmented and, like,
You do
knowing where
it.
my focus is at, but yeah, I have a lot, and it got to me last week because I was like, I don't have any time to, like, reset and recharge my battery. Like, I'm constantly doing something for something. Like, I have, obviously my everyday normal job, the nurse educator, and, do that 4 days a week, and
A lot of
I
people.
yeah. Yeah, that's a large job. I do a lot of, also system level things and work at a very busy ER. So, and I love it. It's great. I absolutely do. But, exhausting. And then I do my clinical instructor job for one of the universities around here. This term I haven't I've just been picking up days, but like that's usually 1 day a week. And then I have MedMax EDU and I do TNCC classes.
And
Try to,
adding EPC, like, it's just growing.
yeah, I know. So, yeah, if you need TNCC, obviously come see me. I'm also adding EMPC. So that's been another thing is I was having to reach out and schedule time to become a course director for ENPC so I can start offering that through my company. So scheduling that because that's another 4 days that I have to take out of my schedule to go get that, director status. I also been kind of at the national level with ENA. I did the TNAC or the Trauma Nursing Advanced course, which was wonderful. And I mean, I'm very, very lucky that I did that. That was when I went to Dallas in January to do that class. And then they asked, they were like, "Do you want to be an instructor?" So I said, "Yes."
Well,
So
well,
I'm going literally okay, so it's kind of funny because I'm actually going on vacation. But usually we do an annual like family vacation because my family's all in New York. I'm the only one now down here in Florida. So we usually like rent a house in the Outer Banks for a week over the summer. So we're going to do that in a couple weeks, like mid-May.
okay.
And it's literally this is where my schedule is just my brain hurts too because 2 days before we go on vacation is when the course is in Chicago. So I go from whatever I'm doing here to Chicago for 2 days to North Carolina. So, but it's gonna be okay because that's my relaxed time.
That's true. That
Yeah,
you have something to look forward to.
I do. But I was like, that's
Okay.
another 2 days
Okay,
I
well,
had
that's
to
good.
I had to find a schedule for, and then I did the NTEP. I'm doing that instructor course too. So like that was more time I had to find around. I try to accommodate people as best I can with TNCC requests. I'm doing like another course this Saturday because somebody couldn't do the last course I had. So like there is that people pleasing part of me, but also like trying to make smart business decisions, trying to, continue to make customers happy so they come back. But I mean, having to schedule all of these other
Right.
things, it's exhausting. Plus trying to keep up with like social media is honestly like a full time,
Yeah.
like it literally a full time job. So I've been really trying to like build my social media presence and helping grow MedMax because of that. I've been doing like some other like user generated content things, working, kind of like behind the scenes with a lot of different things with that. And so having, posting every day and filming videos and like answering people's messages and trying to like, that's, I mean, that's honestly,
It's a lot.
it's a lot.
It's
And
a
then
lot.
I also, I don't know if I've said it on this podcast before, but I also got my real estate license.
That's right. You
Sometimes I'm
need to
like,
finish
what are
that
you doing with
course.
your life over here?" I don't even know. So I've been
Oh,
trying to
booming,
kind of like,
honey. I still got the course sitting there.
yeah, you just gotta get it gotten done. So
I didn't get
this is
it
that's
done.
me and Felicia's next career is real estate. So
Yeah, and I need to get it done because I
yeah.
know I can sell a house, honey.
Yeah. So like I'm dipping my feet in. I've always got way too much on my plate. So I'm like
You
dipping my feet in, but not like full on real estate. So I'm just kind of doing referral based stuff right now and trying to really focus on like healthcare providers that are relocating to Florida and then trying to help them the best I can with some, inside
for
knowledge.
relocation. Somebody told me that you were doing it. They were actually inquiring about it.
Son of my son of my
They were saying, "Brittany needs to find somebody to rent my house," or something they were saying, like, like,
Yeah. Let's do it, girl. We'll talk on the on that side.
isn't that
Yeah, so I got a lot of things, and then I think I told you, and we might have talked about it last course or offline. I don't know, but CEN is my next project.
I really need you to get on
Healthy,
that
yeah,
one.
that's after ENPC, and I get that
Okay.
up and going. My next project is to get
I mean,
CEN
really to
study
that
guide,
point of
and
like, because you need to teach this shock that you love.
I love shock. So one of the trauma lectures is we talk about shock, and I just love it because for the longest time, like, being in the ER, you hear about shock and sepsis and
You
all
do,
this stuff, and, like, you kind of understand it, but I don't think you fully
but you
understand it.
don't fully understand it. And
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd be the first to say, okay, yeah, I know, like, with shock, we think of like hypotension and we think, you know what I mean? But no, it's more in depth. I need to understand it the way I now understand EKGs and interpreting them rhythms and doing the mega codes. Like, that's how passionate I need to feel about shock. And
yeah,
I'm not there. And I can admit it. Like, because it's like when you're reading it though, you're like, oh, okay. But
Mhm.
no, I needed this stick. And it's just going to take a method that somebody's going to use that it'll stick like it did for me with EKGs. Like I was taking them for 20 plus years. It was like I would learn it, dump it. And then one day,
But it's like the other thing is I've been like one of my biggest hacks per se for learning things is teaching it. Like, and I think that's what came from you.
you're
It's like you
right.
learn one, see one, teach one. But when you teach it and you keep having to say it and repeat
You're
it,
right.
there's something that clicks and you're like, oh, and then it finally makes sense to you so that you can start having it hopefully make sense to others.
You know
So
what? You're right, because that's exactly what happened. I was actually like, not teaching a class, but like teaching some team members. And then I just felt like, girl, you got this. Like it just really clicked for me. And I felt like I am so eager to want to give this to somebody else. I want them to feel as passionate about the blocks as I do because people hate them. And I'm like, you hate them because you are not comfortable. Remember what our boy said, when you're not comfortable with something, you have a tendency to stray like push back. And it's true. And this is why I want to start getting my feet a little more in with these pediatric because it's not a comfort. I'll be the first to I've done adults my whole nursing career. So when I think about the children, love the kids, but it's a fear because they're small little humans and I don't want to hurt them. Adults, you inflict your own pain half the time. But these babies don't. So I need to get past that fear by doing, by jumping in, by getting more involved, just like with EKG. And that's how it's gonna need to be with shock. So I can't wait for the CEN review. Maybe I'll go take it. Who knows?
excited because I mean, I still have a really big passion for like, especially emergency. Like, that's obviously my thing
That's the thing.
because I have a passion for
Absolutely.
it. And it's kind of like you, like, I want to like give people knowledge and give
But
them information that's
mm,
hopefully relatable. Like, I feel like when I teach, I try to make it relatable
exactly.
and make it so, and try to break it down to make it make sense for people. I mean,
You
I'm
do.
obviously not going to be 100% of the time,
But
but like, that's my
you
goal.
do. And I think as an emergency room nurse, you already understand how emergency room nurses have a tendency to think like a true emergency room, like because we're like visual people can't give us too much because their ADHD and stuff sits in, and we just, honey, it's gone. Like all that, you got to give us just enough. But enough to get it and remember it, like, that's how it has to be. It can't be too much verbiage. It can't be just reading off stuff, and I don't feel like you do that anyway.
I can't. So, like, when I do stuff or when I try to, like, make stuff, infograph whatever it is that I'm trying to make, like, I keep myself in mind because I have, like, ADHD and I'm like, if there's too much going on and then there's too much, I can't focus on it. So, like, I try to make stuff that I know I can read because I feel like I'm a pretty typical ER nurse, and I'm like, "No, I just, like,
We
I."
can't handle that, so this is what I'm saying, like, I'm getting that fever again, and I go through this. This is what's bad. I get a fever. I get this fever of, like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this," and then I start to read the material, and then I get bored. So I just feel like I need you to go ahead and get started real soon with this CE while I'm still feeling this fever.
Yeah.
Right? I want it, but I just don't make it
Well,
past so
I
many
mean,
pages.
so my goal is to have like a steady guide, but my actual goal is to do micro videos. So like 1 hour
That's it.
videos on each topic and kind of go through it that way so people can watch the different topics whenever. But that obviously
Okay.
is going to take a little bit of planning and time. So I will get there, Felicia. I promise you, girl. I
Well, I'm gonna
will.
need you to start with shock.
I love shock. I do. I love shock because I like to understand it and I like being able to try to explain it to people
I
now.
didn't know that till the day you was teaching a class, and you goes, "I love," and I'm like, and I'm looking at Nicole like she loves shock, and
I
Nicole's
do.
like, and I'm like. I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna need you to make sure that we love shop. Like, tell us what it is that's making you love shop, cause I wanna love it too.
Yeah,
Cause I do feel like it is a big part of it. I wanna make
it
sure
is.
that I'm real comfortable with it, like, seriously.
Yeah. Well, that
So
reminds me too. So I've been also, kind of using my resources within the Emergency Nurses Association. So I've been me and Florida. We know this, but me and Felicia are both based in Florida. Or in Tampa, Florida, with our Florida Nurses Association, Emergency Nurses Association. I am actually going to be presenting a pediatric education topic for FENA, which is the Florida Emergency Nurses Association, in August. So as the date gets closer and we, get more information, I'll share it on our like social media pages and obviously my own social media page. But yeah, I'm
that
excited
is
about that too.
awesome.
Yeah. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I mean, I told you I've been doing all these things because I have
Yes,
these big
Nikki,
lofty
you are
goals and aspirations.
consistent.
But your girl be
Wow.
tired sometimes.
Well, you
Sometimes
have
I
a
do
right to
too
be
much.
because you are doing a spade to spade. You are doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
keep
so
feeding it to me. Maybe I'll gain some more, energy to want a little more because I'm feeling a little better about something that I'd share with you like a while ago that I didn't necessarily feel maybe was my fit, but I just think I was feeling resistant. You know, sometimes you just feel resistant when, but when things feel good, you like, I got this. You know what I mean?
no,
Because it is
you're so
something that's
right.
enjoyable. Yep.
That's what I think it is because, like, the things that I'm, like, pouring into now are things that I actually really love and things that are really enjoyable to me. I mean, there's times where, like, it is a job and, like, I'm
No, I get
exhausted
that.
by it, but it's still, like, I'm doing right now and I'm on a path right now of doing what I really want to do. And it was funny because I was talking to this gentleman about his like one of his Facebook groups and, potentially advertising and doing that stuff on there. And like we got on a call and he was just like, he's like, I looked at your profile. He's like, how are you doing everything? And I was like, some days I'm not doing it well, but I know right now, like, it's like hustle mode, It's like I'm doing all of this right now because I see the future. Like I'm hustling right now so that in a couple years I can relax because I can hopefully have built my brand and my business and kind of be where I want to be because it's like you said, most of the time it doesn't necessarily feel like a job because it's just stuff I like to do.
It is
I
stuff
like
you
to
love to
teach.
do,
I
and it
love
shows.
yeah, I love emergency medicine. I love talking about trauma. I love talking about pediatrics. Like I love doing that stuff so it doesn't feel like a job to me, but it is a lot and like that's when I get
But
overwhelmed.
you're also fast with it once you set your mind to what it is that you're doing. Like, we're gonna be having something in the future coming up, and then it was like, I knew you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this together." I didn't expect what I received, and I was like, "Hey, let me just go ahead and put this, like, keep bringing it." I mean, like, just that quick, bam, like, it was all done. So I do feel like your passion for it, and then you just zone in and you just
Yeah.
get it done. I
Well,
mean,
that's one of the things with, like, ADHD people, like, they really,
but
like,
you're
get
right.
hyper
That's
focused, yeah.
true.
It's like when you get hyper focused, you get hyper focused, and, like, that's what happens to me sometimes. It's like, I'll be so distracted, but once I get focused, like, I'm in the zone, and, like, I go for it, and
Yeah,
that's
you do.
hard because I'm not
But
always
that's good because in a sense though, because when you're passionate about it, like, everybody knows to reach out for you. Like, no matter how much we have been talking about pediatrics, throughout the system, I still just come to you. Like, that's kind of where I lean and zone it. I feel like you're very passionate about it, and that for others, not knocking anybody, it can sometimes just kind of be like a job, like it's a part of, and I don't want that. Like, I want to know, like, from somebody that's passionate because I'm fearful of that area because I'm not comfortable with it. So I need to have somebody that loves what it is that they are doing with that. And that is like your baby. That is something separate than the rest of us educators really kind of have, even if pediatric are seen and are, it's not the same. It's
Yeah.
different. Like yours is more, it's different. So I love that because I'm always like, when they ask a question, you guys should ask Brittany. When it comes to stuff like that, or I will ask Brittany,
Yeah. Well, and I'm
because
happy to be a resource. Like
yeah,
and that's why, like, even when I'm not working, like, I'm always kind of working. I actually am though, and on my vacation to the Outer Banks, I'm actually disconnecting. Like, I might turn my phone off the whole
and
freaking
you need
time
to
I'm there
disconnect.
because
Mhm.
I do need to recharge or reset because I
That,
am also the type of person that I'm like, if you have a question, like, I can be a resource for you because I always preach, like, know your resources, and I can be that person. Reach out to
but you
me.
know what?
I mean, I'll do it. Like,
Right,
I
but
want everybody to
disconnect,
be comfortable as
disconnect,
I can.
and if we need a resource in your absence, there's got to be somebody else there that can somewhere. I'll call my girl. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, no, I
But
know.
so honest, you have to disconnect. And that's you know what? I can thank you for that because you remember the work life balance really wasn't good for me.
You were
And I
doing
was,
all the things way too much.
and now I don't even pop it open on a weekend or on my day. Like, no, no. I mean, no, no. I actually told somebody and I felt a little weird. They text me about something on my day off, and I was like, "Well, I'm actually off today." Like, it was one of them I said, "But you can go on to this page, and this is where that is found." Like, beforehand, I probably would have been, like, giving all the details, "And go here, and by the way, oh, this is what it is." No more. I am trying to teach independence, because that is something that seems to have been lost
Yeah,
because we've
sure.
been providing
Yeah.
these things, and we don't realize that we are hindering people by not having them read where you know what I mean? Like, the instructions are there, but they just really want you to tell 'em. So, I get people that'll be like, "And what was the education for?" And I'm like, "It's posted on. So if you go here, find out half of my team members had the channel. It was hidden. No wonder you don't know what I mean? So that was a little educational moment, but I think that we're there because I'm that's a goal is to make them more independent and so that I
I
can
mean,
trust them in advance.
that is
Okay.
the goal is to teach people to fish, right? It's like you teach them to fish so they
Right.
know where to go.
Yeah, you're talking to a girl who before coming into this job right here, I only knew how to get to my Outlook emails. Then don't ask me nothing else. I'm not building. I don't build spreadsheets. What are you talking about? Look, to now, me and Microsoft. I got you, Microsoft. Literally, we like BFFs, honey. I mean, seriously, I can be whatever. A few years ago, just have me check my emails. That's it. But so I know I've come a long way with that.
That's
So
hilarious.
I'm gonna need everybody else to grow with me. Keep growing.
You're
We gotta
so
keep
funny
growing.
sometimes.
Oh my God, it's crazy. But it's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, the other
So
I forgot. So my brain, I this also though what happens is my brain gets really scattered, but
because it's too much in there.
yeah, there's a lot in there. There's a lot going around. But, Tony, my boyfriend, our anniversary is this weekend, so I tried to take off most of this weekend, but we are gonna do I think we're gonna do Disney one of the days this weekend. So that's gonna be also a nice little reset, and I'll try to, like, really be present because, um, yeah, like, that's been another great, piece of a person
So
coming into my life that I wasn't expecting a couple years ago now, and
remember, you was like, I just can't.
I
Really,
was it was rough, it was
you
rough.
was talking to me about that, and then suddenly,
I know,
look at that.
but, yeah, like you're saying, people come into your life for a reason, and
It
Yeah, I
was
just had to wait for the right moment. I wasn't
you
ready
just had
before,
to
so
wait for the right moment, and look at that. Are you both, like, Disney people?
it's so funny when I first met him, he had never been to Disney, and now, like,
Okay.
I took him actually last year for our anniversary, we went for the first time, and then he's like and then we got season passes, so we now go to Disney all
My
the time as
god,
season
that is
pass
so
holders. He
sweet.
loves it. I feel like sometimes he's like, "So, should we go to Disney this weekend?" I'm like, "Yes.
So
Yes, we should."
my god,
I love
that's
it.
you must
I
have
love it.
really
I
shown
also was like, "Oh, I need somebody who loves Disney." Like, I'm a Disney adult. I'm not afraid to admit that. I love
yeah,
Disney. Like,
there are
it's so
many people.
nostalgic. It just brings me back to, like, that fun time in my childhood. I love it. I love it. I love going to Disney. And I was like, "Oh, you need somebody who, like, can understand that passion in me." And, he's a Disney guy too now, so it's great.
Because you presented it to him, like, you
Yeah,
showed him
I
the fu
know.
he never that's the good part about him never going prior, because he could have had a bias already, like, "I
Yeah,
don't wanna go," and he didn't know what he didn't know, and then you, like, show him the fun that a person can have
the
there. Now,
amazingness
I
that
think
Disney
you
is.
might have a Disney.
Listen, also out there, if you're listening and you don't like Disney as an adult, I understand it, but you're missing out, man. That's all I gotta say.
But Brittany, maybe you should tell them what they're missing out, because I sort of feel that way
Oh
myself.
my
I'm
god,
gonna
I
be
know. Felicia,
honest
you
with
gotta come to
you.
Disney.
I think it's because I haven't experienced it like that.
It's okay, so it's different as an adult than obviously as a kid because first of all, you understand a little bit more, and it's not just about the characters. Like the characters are around,
No,
but like the rides are fun, the worlds are fun. Like Disney does such a great job of like the parks are always clean. Like, the customer service is on point.
that
Like
is
they're
Disney World.
just
Oh, it
like
is.
and like you go to and you immerse yourself in these different like lands and worlds and it's just the decorations they have like it's hard sometimes to describe, but like it's just fun. It brings you back to a more like happy, whimsical time. You can go into like the Hollywood Studios is one of our favorite parks because he's a big
I
Star
love
Wars
Hollywood.
guy.
Right. I
Yeah,
do
so,
love
like, they
that.
have a whole Star Wars world, and then they have
Mhm.
Toy Story. I love Toy Story, so they have a
Yeah,
whole
I
Toy
love Toy
Story
Story
world.
too. I do.
Yeah,
I
and you
do.
could go and, you can go
We
drink
could be
around the
like big
world.
kids. We could be like adult kids, honey,
Yeah,
and have
it's
a
just
good time.
fun,
It's
like,
true.
it's a day, and I will say, it's obviously expensive. I have a annual pass, so it's not as bad, but, I live
Okay.
here. We
I
live
was
an
gonna
hour
ask
away.
about that. Is it better to have the annual pass?
If you go there so we kind of were talking about it, like, we can just if we go once a month, we can justify the cost of our pass
Okay.
because, like,
Okay.
that's basically what it is.
Okay.
And if you
Okay.
live close enough and you go
Like we
more than
do?
a couple yeah, I know, I was like, we live a little over an hour away. So I was like, if you go enough, like, you're almost like, why wouldn't you? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's also, like, just something like, honestly, we're so blessed here in Tampa Bay. We have so much to do.
to say took the words out of my mouth. We have vacation in our backyard.
I mean, we've got the
No
beach,
lie.
we've got fun city things, we've got Disney, and I like,
The beach.
it's the
We
best,
got
honest
25 million beaches here.
it's the best. You can't even say it's not, it's the best. I love it here.
It is.
Like, you
I
really won't
tell my
probably catch me
husband
hate
all
it.
the time, vacation in our
No,
backyard, honey, no excuses. That's true. People have to
no,
save up.
but that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, "So, if you're a healthcare worker and you're looking to come down to Florida, let me know, I can hook you up with"
A girl is hustling. Do you hear me? I'm about to be the spokesperson for Brittany. I am.
if
Look,
Felicia's gonna come, be the
yeah,
representative of the Britney brand.
oh, yes,
It's
I'm
Brittany.
telling you. It's Brittany. Okay, Brittany. I got you another person that needs to come to bed. There are people who want to take some of these classes.
Well,
So
good. Tell them to come on down. In our
I
organization, if you're listening from our organization, it is covered through tuition reimbursement. So,
is it really?
yeah.
So you were able to do this through the organization, and they
Team members of our organization can
okay.
take it outside the system and get
Uh-huh.
reimbursed
Oh,
for the cost.
that's true. The outside credit. Absolutely. And then they can get
Yes.
tuition reimbursement. Okay.
I'm not poaching anybody, but if you want to, obviously, I'm a really fun teacher. So,
And honestly, you're offering it, where it is not offered a whole lot.
Yeah.
Certain ones aren't. So,
No,
I'm excited for you.
we're just here doing the best, the things we
I
can.
love it.
And
I'm
I
gonna go
think,
eat more
moral
eggs.
of the message is if you're tired, it's okay to be tired. It's okay
Okay.
to not be okay, but like don't wallow in it, I
Have your
said this,
day, boo. Have your day. If you need to
yeah.
cry, have a day. But
That's what
then
I said I
tomorrow,
just posted a TikTok earlier and I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk about some burnout crash fatigue. And I was like, I was feeling it last week and then I cried it out to
happens.
my boyfriend, got that release, felt better. And I was like, pick yourself up, girl. You're gonna go to get yourself tanner on, you're gonna go do your hair, you're gonna put your nails, like you are gonna go feel yourself. And
And
so
that's
if
it.
anybody needs to hear that right now, wallow,
There you
have your
go.
moment,
Wallow, have
cry
your
it
moment,
out,
have your
and
day.
then get back on it. Cause
And
that's all you
that's
can
what I
do.
was told with cancer. Have your day. Go ahead
Yeah.
and cry. But
It's
tomorrow we
okay.
fight.
Just
That
don't
was it.
don't live there. You can be there for a couple days.
Oh no. We can't listen. We don't do the negative land now. We don't. Oh no, 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 no. We need positivity. We both definitely, Brittany and I, have to have that. We can't be sucked in to the negative because it will
It
really
will
suck the life out of us, and I'm not kidding.
no.
So, we can
Yeah.
all have a sad day, but tomorrow is a new day, and we got to get up and start over again. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, well, that's the end of our episode. I said, I was like, girl, we should go talk about ourselves all day. But we just
And
have
I'm
a feeling.
glad we did. Thank you guys. We love you dearly. All that's watching, and just get your dresses, pants, whatever, suits and everything ready because we're gonna party, everybody. All
I can't
right.
wait.
I can't either.
We might be talking
You better
party
go find your
planning
dress, Brittany.
in the next couple months. We're going to talk
Yeah.
party planning, but we'll probably
Okay.
plan the party on the podcast.
Okay. Whatever we need to do, but it's gonna happen. So get your clothes, everybody,
Oh,
because it's happening.
I got to go run to TJ Maxx. I'll see y'all next
You
week.
sure do because it's gonna be on. Look at that. You didn't know that that dress that you saw, you really was gonna need. Look at
True
that.
story. All right,
So, guys,
everyone. We'll see you
have
later.
a good
Bye,
time. Love
guys.
you. Bye.